Horrible night. One day, my best friends called to meet up for a drink after a stressful week of work. This time there is Ethan, my best friend. Normally, he's always busy with work, so he's not free at this time to drink with us. While drinking, I heard my friend Ethan tell a story. He encountered this while delivering the goods on the first day of the week. Quite a scary story. Normally, Ethan works as a delivery man for a company. Hey, how can you spend your free time at this hour and hang out with us? Normally, we invite you to gather at this time, and you just say you go to work. Normally, Ethan has to deliver goods day and night. The place we live in is a small district. Ethan's company hires him to deliver goods to supermarkets and small shops, a few small shops in the suburbs, so he often has to come back quite late. The company often assigns extra deliveries to him to earn more profit. He was also very happy to take this job because he said he would make more money if he worked at night. Oh, don't mention it. I was so scared. From now on, I don't dare to deliver at night anymore. His statement made us feel very unusual. The job is going well, the salary is good. Normally we advise him to take a day off to relax, and he still refuses constantly. Why not work at night? Delivered to around 10 or 11 o'clock is not too late. What's wrong? Did something happen? Judging from what he said and his seemingly unconventional tone, we felt sure something was up. We wanted to ask him more about the reason. Ethan picked up the glass of wine and drank it in one gulp. Then he put down the glass and told me about what he had encountered on his delivery earlier in the week. We have finished delivering to all the supermarkets on the list today, right? After delivering the goods to the Vivamart mini supermarket, Ethan's wife asked him. His wife follows him to do this job whenever she has time. Since she is free today, she also follows Ethan and helps him today. After delivering the goods to the supermarkets, they drove to the neighboring suburbs. By this time, it was already dark. They still have to deliver to a few small stores before they can finish today's work. Ethan helped a few shop owners bring the boxes inside. Here's the bill. After all was done, he gave the bill to the shop owner for him to pay. Goodbye, Uncle Henry. After checking everything to see if anything was missing, Ethan said goodbye to the shop owner and walked to the car. This is also the last store they have delivered. At this time, the delivery was done and returned earlier than usual, only about 9 o'clock. But because they are in the deserted suburbs, the houses are sparse, there are no streetlights around, so no cars are passing by now. People must have closed their doors to sleep. The manager of the Vivamart mini supermarket has not paid us yet. It's okay, they will pay the company directly after that. Vivamart is an acquaintance of Ethan's company, so he has nothing to worry about. Maybe they are stuck, so they will pay late and pay directly to the company because his wife doesn't go to delivery with him often, so it feels strange that he is used to this. Big stores are also sometimes short on money. The couple just sat in the car and talked to each other about a few things. The car drove about a distance when they saw a woman in a red shirt sitting not far from the side of the road. At that time, there was no traffic in the suburban area, and normally no one would go out at this hour, so when this woman suddenly appeared, Ethan felt a bit strange. Why is anyone here at this hour? Ethan exclaimed in surprise and told his wife that he found this a little strange. There must be something wrong with her. That's why she's just sitting here, for example, running away from home. It's not strange at all. Today is still very early compared to other days. Ethan's wife is kind-hearted. She doesn't think it's strange for this woman to appear here. She just feels that this woman needs help. She told Ethan to stop the car and see if the woman needed any help. He saw that it was already dark, the surroundings were deserted, and he was a little worried about the woman sitting alone on the side of the road, so he heard his wife stop the car. After stopping the car, his wife opened the door to get out, then walked over to the woman sitting there. "Hey, do you need any help from us?" Ethan's wife came to stand beside her and asked if the woman sitting there needed any help. "It's already late. Why don't you go home? Why are you sitting here alone?" Ethan's wife slightly bent down and continued. "Girl, what happened? If there's anything, tell me. Maybe we can help you." After asking twice, the woman sitting there still didn't answer. Ethan's wife thought she was lost in thought, so she didn't pay attention, so she continued to ask more questions. The woman still didn't answer, but she stood up. Then she ignored Ethan's wife and went straight to the couple's car. Then she very spontaneously got into the car without saying a word. Ethan glanced slightly at the woman. In addition to feeling that she is strange and gloomy, Ethan has not discovered anything unusual. "Hey lady, where is your house? Let us help bring you home?" Then Ethan's wife also got into the car. She fastened her seatbelt and turned to ask where the woman lived. The wife asked twice, but the woman still refused to answer. Both Ethan and his wife looked at her for a while, but she still refused to speak. This made the couple feel that perhaps she was mute or could not speak for some reason. "It would be better if you told us your home address." Ethan's wife still patiently asked her one more time. Suddenly at this moment, the woman in the car raised her hand and pointed forward. "Just drive forward, honey." When Ethan's wife saw this, she told her husband to drive forward. At this point, both husband and wife thought that maybe the girl's house was somewhere nearby. Ethan then started the car forward. "If you're close to home, remember to call us." Ethan's wife turned to remind the woman in the back a bit. "Hey baby, something seems to be wrong." While driving, Ethan suddenly told his wife that he felt something was very wrong. As they were driving, suddenly there was a fog ahead of them. The fog was getting denser and denser. "Drive slow, man. Why is there such a thick fog?" Ethan's wife also felt something strange. Normally they go through this road all the time. They never encounter fog at night. Ethan slowed down the car and drove as slowly as possible, the fog still surrounding their car. After driving for a few minutes in the fog, Ethan immediately felt something unusual. Normally it only takes about half an hour for him to drive onto the highway. Or have we gone wrong somewhere? No, normally this way you can just go straight, you don't have to go anywhere. Ethan was sure he didn't go the wrong way. Just when the couple was thinking about this, suddenly Ethan stepped on the brake hard. In front of the dense fog, suddenly a lot of people appeared. "Drive slowly, honey. We can ask someone out there." Ethan's wife told him to drive slowly to see if she could find someone to ask. Ethan's wife intends to lower the window glass so she can find someone outside to ask. But as soon as she said a word, she suddenly stopped rolling down the windshield. "What happened, baby?" Ethan saw that his wife could speak for an hour, then suddenly stopped and sat in a daze. Then found it strange. He immediately turned to her and asked her what happened. When he turned to ask his wife what was wrong, he also involuntarily glanced outside the car door, and this unintentional look sent chills down his spine. Looking outside through the car window, Ethan saw many people walking around, both young and old, but they were all looking down at the ground, and all of them were wearing shrouds for the dead. Their faces were a dead gray, devoid of any life. Ethan's wife was so scared that she repeatedly pressed the button to turn the window up. "Those people are not normal. They are all wearing shrouds. What should we do?" Ethan said he has a feeling that outsiders don't look like living people. "I think the same as you. They look scary." Ethan's wife also turned to look at him and said she felt them carry the deadly breath on them. And there was no life in their faces either. "I feel like these people are not human." The wife trembled. They all guessed that the people outside were most likely dead. When the couple was extremely worried and discussing, the woman in the back seat suddenly let out a strange laugh. The dry laughter made the couple tremble with fear, their scalps numb, their hearts pounding. "Hey honey, look outside." When he felt that the woman's laughter in the car was extremely annoying and nothing good, suddenly Ethan looked outside and shouted loudly to his wife. The people wandering outside were now approaching the couple's car. More and more people turned around the car. Some people even ran over and stuck their faces on the car window, scaring the wife. People's faces glued to the car glass look very scary. Their faces are now gray-blue, looking very horror. At first glance, they immediately know they are not human. They surrounded the couple's car more and pushed the car. Looks like they want to flip the car. The car was shaking violently, scaring the couple. In addition, behind the woman laughing louder and louder, making the couple tremble more and their hearts beat faster. "We have the kindness to help you. Why do you want to harm us? Are these people all brought by you?" Now Ethan's wife finally realizes this woman is unusual. The couple thought maybe she wasn't human either. Ethan's wife felt less scared and a little angry, so she turned around and yelled at the woman sitting behind. Then the other woman stopped laughing. She didn't speak, didn't make a sound. At this point, she seemed to have returned to the gloomy look the couple had seen when they stopped the car and asked her if she needed any help. Then, suddenly, a strong whirlwind appeared in the car. This whirlwind forced Ethan's husband and wife to close their eyes, and their hands were swinging slightly above the top of their heads as if to support this whirlwind. They heard the car door open, and a cold wind rushed in, making them shiver a little. But now, they still can't open their eyes. After a while, the whirlwind finally stopped. The couple was able to open their eyes. At this time, they glanced slightly behind to see how the situation was. They tacitly understood that the tornado earlier was caused by that woman. When they glanced behind them, the woman was nowhere to be seen. Perhaps when creating the whirlwind, the woman also followed the whirlwind out. Because just now, they heard the car door open. The fog has cleared up. The couple didn't think much of that woman anymore, but looked out the window. At this time, Ethan's wife said that the fog outside had completely dissipated. "We should get out of here quickly." Both husband and wife know that there are many unclean things. Ethan's wife urged him to quickly drive out of this area. Ethan then quickly started the car and drove away quickly. Fortunately, just 10 minutes later, they could get out onto the highway and then back home safely. "Oh, that woman is definitely a ghost." Ethan said he still feels scared when he recalls that experience. "We also felt chills when we heard him talk." A few days later, when I went to deliver there during the day, I asked people around there. They said that a few days before I met that case, there was an accident there. The woman in red was the one who was hit by a car and died. It's really scary. It's over now. Let's have a glass. After that incident, Ethan informed the company that his family had a problem with no longer working overtime. Now he has time to sit here and drink with us.